All right, everyone, welcome back. So my stepfather messaged me yesterday and asked a question about a Ford 5.4 or 3-valve motor, something like that. Trike motor, and he said, aren't they the ones with the problems with spark plugs blowing out? And I said, no, the engine was not a problem designed for spark plugs blowing out. The problem was consumers weren't educated enough about aluminum cylinder heads. Aluminum cylinder heads and steel spark plugs threads, right? What you're going to see is this is aluminum. This piece here expands and contracts different than this. This is a softer material. This is a harder material. And then what happens is it gets loose. Not loose enough to do this, right? It's not necessarily going to do that, unscrew itself and pop out, although it could. What happens is it gets loose and the spark plug starts rattling around. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Not this drastically, but it starts moving, starts moving, starts moving. After a bazillion times of the spark plug being loose, eventually it's going to go poop, blow out.
Pull the threads right with it.
It pulls the threads right out and destroys whatever is in its path. So it's not a problem with the cylinder head. The problem is with consumers, buyers, mechanics, not getting the customers to actually maintenance their vehicles. The manufacturer is lying to you about your spark plugs will last 100,000 miles. Yeah, 100,000 miles it'll blow the cylinder threads out for the spark plug. But that's what happens. Just imagine this thing rattling under 180 psi of compression every day. Customers think it's an engine tick, it goes away, it stops, misfire, engine light comes on. It's just a normal day for them. They don't care. They keep driving, they go, Ford suck. I've seen it happen to GM, I've seen it happen to Honda. Aluminum cylinder heads and steel spark plugs, they need to be retorqued. They need to be replaced. So if you're replacing them annually, like, I don't know, every 30,000 miles or 60,000 miles, at least somebody's going to be on there and hopefully installing them right. Typically what I see is someone leaves them loose, and over a period of time, they say, I just had a tune-up and I got a major problem.
Yeah.
And then my spark plug blew out of the hole because someone left it loose or they cross-threaded or stripped it out. But that's the explanation to why cylinder heads blow spark plugs out with the threads, is because they become loose. No one takes it in for service or maintenance. No one advises you that you should be going in there and retorquing your spark plugs. They're different than your aluminum wheels on your car. They used to put notes over the visor advising the driver or operator to make sure that your wheels were retorqued, because steel lug nuts, aluminum wheels, changes in everything, they want you to retorque. So I hope that explains it. That's what goes on, and then poof, off to the moon. Thanks for watching.